What's up guys? In this video I'm gonna explain to you guys how to defend a basic straight footlock. It's a simple submission, but I still see a lot of people tap to it, especially the white belts, the blue belts. They don't really know what to do, they panic and they have to tap. So I'm gonna dissect for you what the person that attacks needs to do the footlock, and then we'll look at how we can take that away from him. So when Bart does a basic footlock on me, he catches my foot, he blocks my hips, and from there he's gonna put some pressure on it, and if I don't know what to do, I'm gonna have to tap. What happens here? He's attacking my foot, he's attacking this part of my foot. A good footlock is twisting your ankle. Just when you twist your ankle, when you make a misstep, that's how we injure each other in a footlock. A footlock is not about squeezing somebody's Achilles tendon. You might get some easy taps from that against people that are a lot lighter or with a lot less experience, but against good people we need to twist the foot. If we twist the foot, or whatever submission we do, we always control the joint above and below the joint if we're attacking. In the case of the ankle lock, I want to control the toes and I want to control the hip. So look how Bart controls my hips with his 2 feet and he controls my toes with his armpit. Turn around. If I could boot like this and Bart tries to do a footlock, it's not there. Before he can do it, he needs to bend my toes and keep control of my hips, then he can do it. If I can take either away from him, it's gonna be a lot harder. So the first thing I do when somebody looks at my foot is I want to kick through and boot my foot. Now I'm going to be a lot safer. Sure, he can still hurt me here, but it's going to be hard for him to twist my foot. I stretch my leg, point my toes as high up as I can. The next thing I need to do is break the control of my hip. He needs both to get the tap, at least against somebody that has some experience with jiu-jitsu. So if I can clear the hip, even if Bart has a good footlock, it's going to be very hard for him to finish. Because he doesn't have the control of the hip, I can always come up and alleviate. So the next thing we need to do is clear the hip line. Now the main mistake people make is that they just clear the foot here. This is what almost any beginner does. They learn they need to clear the hip line, but they just push the foot down. Now if I do this against Bart, he's going to go belly down and the footlock is going to be even more nasty. I want to avoid that. So as I push down the foot, I use my other hand. I don't post. Now it's just standing on the ground, it's not doing anything. I need to make use of both of my hands. I'm in a bad situation. I'm not going to handicap myself by putting one hand on the ground. I'm going to go on the knee and I'm going to go on the toe line, right here. I push down with one hand and I open the other, here. Now my hip is completely free. He's not controlling with his knee, he's not controlling with his foot. I break both of the connections to my hip. If Bart tries to go belly down, look, I can open his knee. I have a lot of leverage here. He wants to turn, I open the end of the lever. I'm very strong here because I have a lot of leverage. Now I'm relatively safe. From here, there's several things we can do. I like to come up on my knee and start putting pressure into them. You could also hop over to this side, maybe even counter with some back takes. A lot of cool variations from there. But the main key whenever you're defending any joint lock is to defend the joints above and below. It's going to be hard to defend my ankle. He's already over my ankle with his arm. But I can free my toes by kicking through, pointing them towards my knees, so extending them all the way. And then I clear both of the frames of my hip. Can't say this enough. Don't just go to one. You're handicapping yourself. You're wasting one hand on the ground. He still has a good control of your hip. So what I need to do instead, I go on the toe line, on the knee, I open everything up. And from here I can pick my direction of escape. I can hop over here, maybe go into back attacks, or if I'm more of a guard passer, I can move to this side, try to get my knee back on the mat, put pressure on it. Defend your toes, defend your hip, and then you're gonna be safe from the footlock. Make sure when you train this to go nice and slow in the beginning. So tell your partner to not put too much pressure on the footlock. First work all the details in and then you can start applying it in specific sparring, so then you can actually tell your partner, okay, now really try to get the footlock, and you'll see that this works really well. Thanks for watching.